Money is the byproduct of value you create for the market. Anything you do, if the market values it, you get paid in the form of money. If the market doesn't value it, your product or services could be really amazing, but you don't make any money. So basically, making money is simple, but most of us never got a formal education about what to do next, how to spend smartly or manage your money well to make more of it. Ramit Sethi's book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, gives solid direction and plan to achieve a financial goal of being wealthy and living a stress-free rich life. And this is exactly what we are going to learn in this video. We will create a simple automatic money management system so that you earn the money, automate the flow, spend guilt-free and let your money grow itself. So let's start with credit cards. Something which comes with lucrative offers that every one of us keeps accepting new ones. And before we realize, we found ourselves in rabbit hole of money leakages like higher interest rates, late fees, and overspending again and again. A recent article by the Wall Street Journal highlighted a series of credit card statistics, which revealed that as of 2016, the average household has more than $15,000 in credit card debt. Meanwhile, student loan balances have surpassed $1 trillion for the first time in history. The question we should be asking ourselves is, how can I avoid getting into debt? In fact, most people don't even know the exact amount of debt they owe to banks. So what should we do against this? If you're not one of them, great. But if you do owe a lot of money, then strictly follow the given guidance and get rid of debt as soon as possible. First of all, sit for a while and figure out the exact amount of debt you have and what different monthly services you have subscribed to, like course memberships, Netflix, masterminds, etc. Next, start cancelling all the services you can, especially the one you haven't used in last 30 days. Because if you survived the last month without them, most probably you will do fine in the future as well. Then call your bank and ask them to waive off any extra fees or at least decrease your monthly interest rates. This one is a bit tough, I know, but this alone could save you thousands of dollars in advance. Odds are 50-50 and would only take you 5 minutes of time. Ramit says it works surprisingly often. I'll mention the link to the script for calling banks in the description below. Follow the script and try your luck. And at last, decide where the money to pay off your credit cards will come from. Reduce your spending and prioritize your debt. It's really important that you pay your debt off aggressively. But don't get unnecessarily stressed about it either. Getting stressed will make the situation even worse and your mind won't be thinking straight. One of the worst hidden costs of using a credit card is paying minimum monthly balance. For example, if you are paying minimum monthly balance on your $10,000 purchase, it would take you more than 32 years and cost you more than $13,000 in interest alone, more than the purchase price itself. Imagine instead of paying off $10,000 so far for over 30 years, if you had invested the same amount and earned 8%, it would have been turned into about $27,000. And if you are not in debt, then congratulations, you are already ahead onto the journey of getting rich. Keep tracking your credit score and credit card reports. Try using credit card for all the purchases. Try avoiding cash. This sounds a bit paradoxical with the conventional approach, but this strategy is only for the people who are not in debt and don't make impulse purchases. Because credit cards generally offers you a lot of reward points and cashbacks, which you can't get with cash payments. Also with credit card bills, it's extremely easy to track your expenses. But you must pay your credit card bill in full every month. Or better, you automate it to get paid on a fixed date without any physical intervention. And if any time you miss the payment dates due to any technical glitch and get extra fees next month, call your banks, tell them you want this fee to get waived. They will certainly do it after a minute of conversation. And be cautious, don't purchase anything you can't afford to pay in cash because that could lead you to a negative spiral of debt. Second part of the workflow is banking system. We want to go on offense and choose the right account because your banks can loot their customers without even them realizing. And it's really easy to choose the right accounts. Just look at the bank's past behavior. The good ones simply offer better services at no fees. Also, before opening your account, check how easily accessible your bank services are. Once you find a good bank, you need to open a checking account as well as a saving account. Checking account is the backbone of your financial system. It is where your money will first go before it is filtered to different parts of your system like a saving account, investment accounts, and your guilt-free spending, which we will discuss in a minute. Your saving account is really a goal account where your dollar is assigned to a specific goal. You are saving up for like a vacation, home, or an emergency fund. You could have multiple saving accounts if you want for different goals, though one checking account is enough for you. Make sure you optimize your accounts. This means you shouldn't be paying fees or any minimums. Here is the insider secret for you. Banks spend millions of dollars for customer acquisition. And so if you just call them with the right attitude and confidence, they will easily be waiving off any extra fees they charge to you. And for saving accounts, do some research and find the high interest accounts. There are banks which pays up to 5% interest on your money. Compare banks through online tools like Bankit.com, Paisabazaar or Bankbazaar.com. One advice which I absolutely love from Ramit is he does not ask you to live cheap like other financial gurus in the market. He teaches the concept of conscious spending. In simpler words, spend extravagantly on things you love and cut costs mercilessly on things you don't care, because no one can wake up excited in the morning to pay off their debt. You must clearly know what goals you are trying to achieve. Once you know your money goals and have opened the saving and checking accounts, it's the time to create an automated system so you can start living a rich, hassle-free life. Automation is something you do once by spending a good amount of time in research and making decisions, and then you just review it once in a while. A conscious spending plan involves 4 major areas where your money will go. First, fixed cost, investment, saving towards any future goals, and your guilt-free money. Once you have received the money in the form of your paycheck or any other method, your money must be automatically sent to different accounts according to your need. Ideal plan is 50 to 60% for your fixed cost, which includes your rent, mortgage, utilities, cell phones, and any necessary expenses. Then 10% must go for your investment. We will discuss how to do that in the next part of the video. 5 to 10% should go for your saving goals like vacations, emergency funds, or gadgets you want to purchase. Then keep 20 to 30% for your guilt-free spending like dining out or special vacations you want to go on, or the branded shoes you want to purchase. In short, anything which you want to enjoy and experience as the result of money, and you can do so without any guilt. Numbers here are just for representation. Feel free to change them according to your current situation. For example, your fixed cost could be around 35% if you are young and alone, or it could be 80% because of your debts. Also, you could fix anywhere between 5 to 10% for charity or to donate for the cause you believe in. But don't trust your willpower to do it manually, because you will not. You must create a system and automate it so that you won't be bothered to do it manually. Ramit Sethi suggests that we must aim to have an emergency fund of 1 year in cash. You must always be ready for any catastrophic condition like a global pandemic. Now let's talk about the most important part, investment. Why do we need to invest our money? Isn't it enough to keep our money safe in the bank and never be worried about losing it? Before investing, there is something else about money you need to know. Money loses its value with time. For example, in 2001, 1 liter of milk cost around 15 rupees. In 2019, the same amount of milk costs you 55 rupees. This happens because money loses its value, and we call this inflation. There is no value of money itself until it is exchangeable to some services or products you want to own. So if you could buy some product today for 100 rupees, it will cost you more in future. So if you decide to bury your money deep down somewhere in order to save it, in reality you are losing it. And governments tries to keep inflation under 2 to 2.5% annually. But last 20 years inflation is going up like anything. And your bank really provides you more than 3% of interest rates on your money, which will come with multiple fees and charges. So the better possible way to get rich is find ways to increase the value of your money or to get better interest on the money you already have. But when it comes to investment, people have myth, fear and bad stories they have heard on internet, TV or from one of their friends who loses all of its money. I don't know how. 2 big myths people have around investment is all about picking stocks, which needs a lot of technical knowledge and information about every business news in the world. And we surely do not have that kind of time. Or you need to be really rich to invest so that you can hire those so-called technical guys who will keep fighting against the market to make you rich. Well, both of them are lies, and soon you will know why. First, understand how the stock market works. Market is where you purchase or sell things. Stock market is where you purchase or sell stocks, where stocks are the part or a share of a big organization. Let's say a company has a worth of $100 million and this company went public, which means general public like me and you both can purchase a part of this company. If the company's owner decide to make 1 million share of this company, then every stock will cost $100. If you purchase one stock by spending $100, now you are a shareholder of this company. If company outperforms and by next year its valuation goes up to $125 million, now your own share will be of $125. So you made $25 in 1 year by investing in one stock. For example, Tesla went to launch its first initial public offering on June 29, 2010. They issued 13.3 million shares of common stocks for the public at a price of $17 per share. On 8 January 2021, its values went up to $880 per share. So your $1,700 investment could have been yielded up to $88,000 in just 10 years of time. Is this really that lucrative and simple as sound? Simple? Yes, but lucrative? No. I don't want to sell you some lala dreams that this is the case every time you invest. Now, why people lose money? Or why any company won't do well and try their best to go high as much as possible? So if you live in a country like India or the US or UK, your economy is very much fueled by a wide array of markets. For example, a fruit market deals with the fruits, but it can impact the real estate. Or the real estate deals with buying and selling of houses, but can impact the banking factors. Also, a new technology can abolish the older ones, like Tesla has become a real threat to the petroleum industry and a conventional automobile industry. New government policies can hurt the industries or can give them boost by providing them ease of business. Now let's come back to the last question, which are, do you need to be rich to invest? No, if you just have $17, you could have invested in Tesla and could have made money. What about the predictions? Do we need to have expert to calculate and tell us where to invest or where to not? Truth is, no one can actually predict the market. If somebody is saying they can inform you about the market and predict how it's going to be for just $100 monthly charge, they are lying to you. Yes, there are factors that can be considered, but can somebody be 100% right all the time? Nope, just not possible. Most of these so-called financial advisors are just a salesman who get their commissions every time they make you subscribe to their services. Never fall for them, because all your profits will be used to upgrade their services, while they will never take any responsibility for your losses. Next question was, is investing all about picking stocks and reading those scary numbers on the computer screen? No. So what we as an average person who is busy with their daily job or with their day-to-day business can do to make use of this amazing leverage? Do you remember when I say stock is the share of one company which you can own? So if the price goes up, you make the money, but the price goes down, you lose the money, right? Imagine there is another organization which owns stocks of 100 such big companies in your country. They are known as index funds. So if you can own one part of this index fund, now you only lose if the entire market goes down, not one company, which is a rare event like the 2008 market crash. But whenever it happens, the market does starts to come back again and you start making money back. In fact, that's the best time to purchase stocks, because at that time, stocks are available at the lowest price possible. Every market has multiple index funds available to invest directly. For example, India has Nifty, Sensex, US has Vanguard 500 index funds, Schwab's, etc. You can easily expect to earn 8 to 10% annual returns with these index funds. Ramit also suggests preparing for the expected big expenses like your marriage, your kids' college fees, or the home you want to purchase. Anticipate these future expenses which are bound to happen and invest separately for them. There are other forms of investments where you could get fixed interest rates, lower than the market but surely more than your banks. Like many banks and governments also offer fixed deposits, which is you invest one big amount of money and leave it untouched for a certain number of years. Then after that tenure, let's say 10 or 15 years, you receive a good amount and can use it for the purpose. There are other options like recurring deposits, SIPs, where you invest a specific amount to the bank every month or quarter and receive a good return on your money. Also, there are multiple insurance options who yield a good safe return and insure you from any mishappening in future. These options are even safer and good for your portfolio. Also, start investing in your retirement funds, commonly known as 401k plan or provident fund. Generally, your company contributes up to the 5% of your salary and you have to invest the same. Most big companies offer these benefits. If you are not sure about yours, talk to your HR department and start investing for retirement as soon as possible. And the best part about such funds is this money is always interest free. The most important part is your investment portfolio must be fully automatic or at least semi-automatic. Because if it is not, you will always find the need to spend your money. Money should go directly from your checking account to your portfolio without much manual work. And don't worry, if there is an emergency, you can always withdraw that money by paying a small penalty fee. And I believe that's a good thing because it will demotivate you to do so unless there is a real emergency. And make sure to create an investment portfolio which has decent amount of diversification. I'm not suggesting you to go for all the options I just shared, but you must diversify your portfolio and research what works best for you. Following this strategy, your investment may not look sexy or sound interesting, but it will surely make you rich. If my efforts have added values to your life, the best way you can thank me is by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and buying me a book. If you are still watching this video and serious about your finances, then I have a suggested video for you, Parable of Pipeline by Burke Hedges. This video will teach you what you need to do to be financially free. Also consider sharing this video with at least 3 people who you think can take advantage of this video and can start hitting their financial goal as soon as possible. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.